Hey guys, it's Kate, and I hope you're having a really wonderful day today. I am here with my New York Central cotton paper, my Marie's Masters palette, and I want to talk today about blowing color with air, dropping color with pipettes, and spreading it around, and even using a straw or your own lung power if you want. So let's get started on this pre-painted background. So I'm first going to talk about the pipette. So we've got, these are really cheap on Amazon, or I think in the craft store too. I think I got a bag of, I don't know, 100 or something. And I actually cut the end off of one. You could use this to blow into for your watercolor, but let me just show you a couple of the things you can do. So I'm gonna suck up a little bit of this color that I've got in my palette, and my surface here is dry. So I'm gonna start with that, and we'll go in for the straw. And you have a lot of control with the straw, and you can make some really interesting marks. Now, what I like to do with my straw is if I'm going to be reusing it, I will tape the end that's close to the paint because you don't want to put the side, if it accidentally touches your paint, you don't want to put that in your mouth. Let me show you a little bit what can be done with an air blowing tool. And these are, I want to say, a couple of bucks. I think I paid $2 or $3 for this, and it's kind of a nice little tool to have on hand. So you can drop with your brush, you can drop with anything. I'm just going to keep using the pipette and add a couple of little marks here. And I might add a bigger one up here, just like that. And so this has these short bursts of air, and you can really have some fun with it. And with very limited water, you can do layering, you can blend colors together, you can splash it everywhere like I just did there. Okay, let's try some more. You don't know the power of these things, I tell you what. So you can also get some pretty interesting color blends, and so I want to show that to you on another paper. And I'm going to keep my blue, and I'm going to mix some of this lemon yellow, and we're going to try to make ourselves a green. And this would be especially useful in paintings, like if you're going to do a galaxy painting or something like that, where you want a really organic color blend. This is kind of a neat way to do it, and it's very wet, and you don't have a lot of control, but you can get some really interesting marks and effects. So I'm putting some blue on my paper there. I'm going to put some of this lemon yellow down, which I must have had a little bit of blue left over in my brush because it's slightly green already, but not enough. So we'll get this blended more. So I'm going to kind of gently blow into this to spread it out a bit. And you can kind of see it has some strong air pressure. It actually pushes the paint aside. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with this blue. And I'm going to start mixing it, and see how beautiful that is. And it's just this gorgeous organic mark, and you can see them kind of coming together in the center. I can come further out here. I can push it in the direction I want. So if I want to keep this part more yellow, at least for now, I can do that by pushing the color in the other direction. And look at that beautiful mark. Now you have pushed away quite a bit of paint, and you can let it kind of flow back where it was. You can also let it flow to one edge and take your brush and mop up the excess. If you leave the water droplets there, if you have any there, it will cauliflower a little bit because you're going to get that backwash effect, but that may be an effect that you're going for also. So I leaned it back so you can see some of that yellow kind of trickling in through there. But what I can do is once I get that excess paint cleared off, I can come back in and do even more blending. And you can really get, you can really get in the weeds with this. It's so much fun though, just to watch that paint move, and you get these neat little tendrils. It's great for landscapes and all kinds of things like that. But I really like doing abstract paintings, and so this is a lot of fun just to see what you can do. All right, we are dry except for right there. I am going to do a glaze, and I'm just going to kind of sweep up some of this color and just kind of mix it all together, and we can put another layer on this painting here. So I'm just going to grab my pipette again and suck up some color. And you can also use these to kind of draw around. You can get some starts on your blowing, or you can just use it to make marks like we're doing here. But the pipettes are kind of fun to work with. You can just do a lot with them, and they last a while too. All right, let's do some glazing, but a fun glaze with air. Now, this is very dramatic, but I think you get the idea. And I'm going to leave that splash in the video because that's a valuable lesson to all of us. But here we have our glaze. Okay, here's a close-up, and it's still wet. It'll dry a little bit lighter, but you can see the really neat looking marks that we were able to get with this watercolor and just with some air to give it some texture. And you can see our blend here. Now, you don't really have to do all of this either. You can give it a gentler, a gentler breeze, but for the purposes of this video, I just wanted to show you what effects you can actually get. And it's just this beautiful blend here with that yellow and blue and the green in the middle. And it's perfect, and it's so organic, and it would be hard to get that with just about any other tool, I think. There's really something to be said for a good air tool. So I hope you give this a try in your art for some extra texture, some extra color, and just play with it and have some fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out some other of my watercolor techniques videos for some other neat ideas. Until next time, keep creating.